Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. Are you enjoying your wonderful Bitcoin behavior? Look at how awesome this is. It's complete sarcasm in case you didn't pick up on that. Unfortunately, we had some terrible news on Monday. Yesterday we saw a swift recovery. Now we see some terrible news again coming out. So we can't catch a break. Crypto's under attack here from SEC. They've filed a motion to freeze Binance.US assets now. So it's just never ends, honestly. But that's just how cryptocurrency works. Consistent regulations trying to come out. The U.S. government wants their cut, and they want to make sure that everyone's taken care of and being treated fairly. So I kind of get it, but it's unfortunate that a lot of good stuff gets kind of caught in the meantime, right? So needless to say, this all shouldn't be happening, but it is. And let's go ahead and see what we can talk about to identify key opportunities and potential areas of support. Now, if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, love teaching people to trade, I hope you can learn something here today. If you want to learn something better, CryptoCash.tech is a website. We got some awesome new members coming over. CryptoCash Premium Plus is coming out here in the next couple of days, where we have our day trades available for you. And those are pretty consistent. They're doing very well right now. So, regardless of all this nonsensical stuff, you can still find some good profits there. And those are auto trading through our Cornix, which is nice. Keep in mind, speaking of auto trading, within the next couple months, we're going to have BITGET. I'm very excited about this, affiliated with Cornix, and we'll have that with our automatic trades. They're in the final stages right now of getting that process. So it's really, really cool stuff. Anyways, some cool back-end stuff. Be sure to check that out later. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. All right, so here's what we want to look at. First of all, we see this mass amount of liquidations on Monday. Big surprise. That was, the news came out. Pretty big deal, right? With the allegations towards Binance. The price recovered yesterday, quite swiftly. In fact, we have a bullish engulfing candle. Then, of course, today comes out. We got the news from the SEC and the U.S. markets start to dip. And we're just seeing all sorts of craziness this week. So, again, the best thing to do in situations like this is to kind of stay on the sidelines. Unless, of course, you have confirmation and you caught that news report and you wanted to short from the top, that's fine. That all occurred late last night / early this morning. So, most of us here in the U.S. were sleeping, right? That being said, regardless of that fact, that is effectively the case. We're seeing a lot more liquidations here today. We can see there's getting more asks, though. Correction, more bids than asks. So more people are trying to buy in the last 24 to 40 hours than sell. So that's typically a positive sign. But we can also see that there's, that basically tells us there's a lot of demand at this level of 25 to 26,000 range. Okay. Furthermore, we're seeing a little bit less whale activity here. We're seeing more longs closing in the last 24 to 48 hours. And also, equally the same here for shorts, too. We see a lot of shorts getting closed out, too. So just this nonstop wreckage from top to bottom, and it's difficult to trade in. So again, sidelines is probably the best way to go for the moment until things calm down. Speaking of which, let's take a quick look here at net longs. We can see some late longs here, right in at the 26,400 mark. So that does tell us we have some kind of support at that level. A lot of people trying to get in at that point with that potential support. Now, again, this is previous longs, most recent longs potentially, but generally speaking, we are seeing a lot more interest there for long positions. We can see some late shorts here getting in right about the 26.4 as well. So late shorts, early longs, depending on how you look at it, we can see that point of contention at 26,400. So we can see the price kind of jumping up here a little bit for the moment. Let's talk about the larger picture and kind of work our way down and see what this looks like here, because this is all over the place, right? But the consistency that we can see is that there's 50 on the RSI is having difficulty getting past. But look at this, money flow index is getting up there. We're seeing more money flowing into the coin, but RSI is bouncing and rejecting off that level. That does reaffirm that the level here at about 27,250, once again 27,300, is a point of contention. So we can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days almost in a row where the price has had difficulty crossing that plane. So 27.3 is a pretty firm resistance level. 0.618 Fibonacci makes perfect sense. That's absolutely the level we want to pay attention to. Taking a look at the MACD, we can see we have a couple of MACD FUs, one right here, one right there. So again, these are going to happen, get these false positives when you got nonstop manipulation in the market. Okay, and I say manipulation because in truth, these are fundamental news that cause the price to go in either direction, but it shouldn't have happened, right? Just say no news came out, we'd probably be coasting closer to about 28,000 right now because the price was ready to recover. Can't recover when we have this kind of nonsense, right? So again, just nonstop crap in the market that just keeps causing things. Yeah, tell me how you really feel, right? So anyways, what we're looking at here on the 4 hour is a few things. First of all, quickly identify we lost 50 on the RSI, and this is tentative. I would not by any stretch say that this is like a 100% confirming. But once again, losing that potential support level there could be negative, right? We also see the MACD is trying to converge still, but we're starting to see somewhat of a divergence, but we're not there yet. Nothing to worry too much about. We do want to take a quick peek at the moving averages and see we're kind of right there in the middle. And what I mean by middle is just that we're kind of averaging ourselves out minus the last 4-hour candle in this range, okay? So again, we don't want to consider this most recent 4-hour candle until it's closed. Obviously, we've got about 50 minutes left of before it closes, but for lack of better terms here, we're right in this kind of range here where we should see some support at 26,500. That should hold as a support level, being a Fibonacci retracement level there at about 0.238. Or no, correction, that's 0.382 rather. So we are looking, I guess, fair to middling on the 4-hour time frame. I'm not super convinced, but I'm not super upset with what we're seeing here. We can confirm that there's a lot of support, and the thing we want to probably pay attention to here is just the volume. We can see over the last few days, roughly to say what is almost a month's worth of data. The most amount of volume is about 26,800. Okay? So we do continue to gravitate towards that, and we can also see here that even with the extreme fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market, the price was able to rally back. Okay, so what's to say that this won't rally back too once this news settles? Okay, now again, this could be super big news that people are going to view as a negative, and they're going to pull out their funds. But for lack of better terms, I don't think we're going to see the price come down below 25,300. It'd probably take another fundamental catalyst to cause that. Again, hey, things happen in threes, right? We've seen 2 things happen so far. Perhaps the third one will be the needle that breaks the camel's back. We don't know yet. Either way, let's take a look at some overextension here. We came up to a 9 here, got turned around, back down to another 9. Should have recovered, but again, the traditional market's opened quite poorly today. So we can see everything just going to shit. Apologize my language, but this is total crap. And we can just see, a lot of stuff is not looking great. Of course, dollar index is recovering. What do you know? But generally speaking, we're in not the greatest place here, okay? So for lack of better terms, we're averaging ourselves out here. What does that mean? Are we going to be able to sustain? Well, let's take a quick look at the cloud here and see. Now look at how freaking messy this is. Just complete garbage. So, I'm trying to remain positive here. I apologize, but this week has been complete, a complete and utter nonsense, and it shouldn't be happening, but it is, right? And that's just the way it goes. Okay. Anyways, conversion line is below the baseline, trying to get that momentum to the upside, right? So we're starting to lose that. For lack of better terms, we're tentatively positive there. Lagging span soon intersects the price action, therefore reinforcing the fact that if you have a long position open, you may want to consider trimming that position, okay? Same thing as well here with the actual, the cloud itself. We're above both levels, so that's potentially positive. So we still have more positive than negative here, but it is telling us that with this crazy, crazy behavior, that we shouldn't really be in a trade. That's really what it boils down to. But to me, if we can continue to hold 26.5 today, I think there's a good chance, especially with all this craziness in the news, that we're going to probably see further upside. It's 26.5 is that point of contention. It's that level that we can see where the price action keeps pulling towards. It's a previous support level. And if we can kind of close above that, I think we're looking in good shape. So to me, personally, I think we're looking more so for a closure about 26,500 or higher. And that would give me confirmation that we should be in the clear to be able to see some good green activity moving upwards, right? But again, still a little premature. I would recommend absolutely we wait for today's trading day to close, see where we're at. And then obviously, hopefully, the Asian markets can open up strong and push the price action higher. But again, a lot of profits to be taken from that recovery from yesterday, but it's not looking fantastic, okay? All right, I think you get the gist. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope that this was a good positive learning experience for you, and I hope that you had learned something. If you want to become, again, a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site. We've got some new awesome features coming along there, and I hope that you can learn and continue to grow. Thank you so much for joining me here. Have yourself a great rest of the day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.